Yeah, I'm back. Why my fucking cat and my dog was downstairs fighting? Mind you, it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. All right, I just got off work. Oh my god, it's cool. I just got off work, so I'm about to make this video real quick. But I want to tell y'all just a little bit of backstory on my ex, which is my baby dad. All right, so me and him met 6 years ago, 2015. Mind you, during this time I was living in, it's crazy because the place I was living in, I done been through so much shit, yo. The place I was living in, I started renting a room there. I was renting a room because me and my ex before him, which was my first, we had, he, I ain't even gonna say he cheated on me. That's a whole other fucking story. Ask me about it later though. But all right, so I broke up with him. We were still living together. I broke up with him, went to work that night. Mind you, my sister was staying with us. And went to work that night, and he brought a girl in the house while my daughter and my sister and I was there. So, blacked on him, left. I left there. So I wound up, when I left there, I start renting a room. Last minute, rented this room, nice apartment down Frankfurt. It was okay. It was the Frankfurt apartment, but it was nice. Was it three bedroom, three bedroom, and then he was like, the guy who was renting it, come to find out he was living in the living room part, trying to be acting like he professional. Living room part was open and all that shit, but it wasn't. So I be ramming y'all. So right now these videos is recorded, so I can't wait to go live so that way y'all can get me back on track. All right, so anyway, I know the topic is how I met him. All right, so I was living there or whatever, and when I met him, it was like I was depressed. I was working at Walmart overnight, and I think I left the other job by then. I was working at Walmart overnight, and so the guy who was renting a room to me, he ended up moving back to New York. He told me, if you keep up with the rent and stuff, you can go ahead at the house. So, all right, cool. End up losing my job at Walmart. So now I got all these rent, all these bills. The other tenants that was there moved out. So that's why he told me I can keep it. So, and in the process, my two sisters had moved in. My two little sisters had moved in. Neither one of them had a job. Both had kids. So they moved in during the time he was still there, but the other people moved out. So he pretty much left it to us. But they didn't have no motherfucking job. So it was up to me. So lo and behold, we end up losing the place. But in the process of me losing the place, I met him. And I was young, not thinking about fucking responsibility because the 30-year-old me wouldn't have been thinking about no nigga. Only thing would have been on my mind is getting that fucking money up to keep the roof over me and my motherfucking kids' head. But it was like, I lost my job. What you want me to do? All right, boom. Met him. So he caught me at a vulnerable ass time. Mind you, he's not even a person I'm attracted to. Not even a person that I would look too, you know what I mean? I'm high. I wouldn't get a nigga a second fucking look. Anywho, no offense, baby daddy, but it definitely wasn't my type. You know that. All right, so like I said, you caught me at a vulnerable time or whatever. So when I met him, it was good coming to see me all the time. Like he was so fucking in love with me, so in love with me. Then I said I was gonna tell y'all how we met or how we ended. No, because I'm telling y'all how we met. All right, scratch that. That's not what this video supposed to be about. I told you I'll be ramming. All right, this video all about how we ended. All right, so fast forward, we had a baby. He was working. I wasn't. When the pandemic hits, I stopped working. I was getting unemployment and running my little business and stuff. I was doing my little thing. So I was during the time I was just paying half. What's I paying half the rent? Yeah, I was paying half the rent. Okay, once I hit like 6, 7 months, he started paying everything. I still wasn't working, still was making my little money, but he started paying everything. And it's like, I don't know if it was him paying everything or me being pregnant, but he just got real ahead of his stuff. Like, he had blown up. Like, I couldn't say nothing to him. I was not allowed to have an attitude or feel no type of way about nothing. I shouldn't have to question him. He was just on something. Like, he did a whole fucking 360. All right, so for 4 months we was living together. Like, in the beginning, not we was living together. I'm saying we was separated. We was separated for 4 months before he moved out. But in the beginning of the separation, like, I didn't want to separate. I just told him I need time for us to, learn ourselves without each other and figure out if this what we really want at this point. Because it was just getting too bad and too normal. It ended up being the fuck forever because he just never changed. And he was the type of person who will focus more on making you believe he changed than actually trying to fucking change. You ever met that type of person? Like, type of person who will do anything? Oh, I went to church, and like, really, that ain't even you. That ain't even something you're not gonna keep up with. What do you go to church for? What do you go to church for? That's how you going. Like, yeah, I went to church, and I'm gonna be going every Friday to Bible study and blah. Okay, and they get mad when you don't accept the long-term shit they talk about right then and there. Like, you expect me to say, oh, he changed. He went to church one time and he planning on keep going, forever. And he's going to see a therapist. Yay, we good. One time is not enough. It's not enough, love. You got to be consistent. That's for another story. Anywho, yeah, so he just got real disrespectful and all that. So once he really knew that I was done, he got real disrespectful. So, all right. So fast forward. Now I'm going back to work. I went back to Domino's, became the general manager over there. He was mad as shit about that. They offered me a nice amount of money. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, cool. I'm going back to work. Mind you, during this time, did he lose his job? Yeah, he lost his job in the process, probably like a couple weeks before everything ended. And he just made it seem like now I didn't want to be with him because he lost his job. Mind you, we went together for fucking 3 months before he lost his job. But now I don't want to be with him because he did the manipulation. Like, motherfuckers really would try to manipulate the fuck out of you so bad that it's really sad. Anywho, he lost his job, so I'm working. I'm helping him when I can, like, doing what I can do for him. Mind you, I'm still trying to, get up on the shit that we already backed up on. I didn't know he was 2 months backed up on the rent. I didn't know none of this. I'm just trying to, matter of fact, I wasn't even trying to get money for rent and bills because I didn't even know he's backed up. Let me stop lying. It was Christmas time. He lost his job before Christmas. So mind you, now I have to do Christmas for my 2 kids and his daughter, his other daughter. That's 3 kids that I have to do Christmas for by myself. 2 of them, which is teenagers. So they should not cheat. So I went back to work and I did that shit. Actually, I end up, it's crazy because I was supposed, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Tell me if I'm wrong. Mind you, I had every intention on going all out for his daughter for Christmas, like I do every year. But during this time, me and her wasn't together. Did he tell me he was fucking? Why didn't I get that? Because I got her stuff. Matter of fact, it's not even that I didn't want to. I really couldn't afford to. Like, I got her what I can give her, and I was supposed to get her a dirt bike. You think I was wrong for this? All right, so I was supposed to get her a dirt bike. Mind you, me and him wasn't together anything, but she still was pretty much living with us. So I didn't have the money to get it for on Christmas, but I still got her a couple things. But I told her my next check, I was going to get it for her. So when they fucked up my next check, so he ended up telling me, I'm going to just go half with you on it. Mind you, this is something he was supposed to buy her. All right. He like, no, she cool. She don't need it. Long and behold, she's really crying about, her wanting it, but you just trying to make it. Oh, she said she good. No, she's not. She wanted. So me, I'm like, all right. He like, yeah, I'll go half with you. All right, whatever. Called me a bag of bitches. Told me he was gonna punch me in my face, and told me how he gonna catch me in the first 48. All this shit. Told me next time you see me, it's on site. My daughter's not gonna be able to recognize me. Like all types of shit this man I said over a petty ass fucking argument. I don't even remember what the argument was about. So I told him, like, I actually told her, I'm like, at the end of the day, me and your dad's not together to the point where I have to learn how to, pull back and when it comes to you and your dad. Because he's used to me being mad at him and packing up my kids and her and his daughter because she don't be wanting to be around him and his daughter and going somewhere. Whether we going out or that's not cool. He got used to that shit. So I told him, like, your dad's gonna have to get your dirt bike and stuff. He's gonna have to. I was planning on saving so I can move because I know he wasn't gonna move. Like all my death chip was like $600, $600. Like that's gonna have to go towards money to me for me to get the fuck out this house. So, y'all think I was wrong for that? For not, getting her a dirt bike? Yeah. I want y'all to answer that question. All right, so back to the story. So, let me see where was I at. All right, yeah. So we went together because of Christmas. During Christmas and all that other stuff. All right, so I'm trying to think what can I get back to. All right, so I'm gonna get to the first fight. All right, the first fight we had got into was over. All right, so my oldest daughter had asked me. She was like, first she was saying it jokingly, but I kind of knew she was serious when she said it jokingly about 2 to 3 times. A motherfucker can say something as a joke, but if they keep saying it, that's how they really feel. So she kept saying something like, the last thing she said when we was in the car, she like, yeah, because I had to work that night. And normally he'll work in the daytime. When he come home, she'll have my baby until he get home. But she kept saying like, "Oh, he ain't leaving me with that baby tonight," or I'm going to sleep. I'm locking my door. Like I'm like, why you keep saying it? And then she told me, she was like, when you don't be here, he'll ask me to watch for like 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll be having her for hours, or he'll end up leaving or going to sleep, or so mind you, we having good vibes. We ain't together or anything, but we having good vibes. We on our way to my sister's house to go pick up some weed and everything. And I just told him like, I'm like, because after we got the weed, we was gonna smoke in the car and he was gonna drop me off at work. So I'm like, yeah, just make sure, because she asked me, can I tell him? She didn't know how to tell him. She's like, just tell him when he have the baby that he have the baby. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, yeah, just make sure, you have the baby tonight and you don't give her to Najee. He snapped the fuck out. Like, what you mean? Like, why would I give her to Najee? Why would I do that? And that's what I said, because she's saying that you've done it before. That's why I'm saying it. Well, if she said it, then why she ain't say something to me? And why she could... I said, because that's my daughter, and if she feel like she can't come to you, this is what I'm getting on the fence mode. If she feel like she can't come to you and say something, then I'm going to say it for her. Oh, she can come to me and say whatever the fuck she want. I knew her, so she was... So now I call my daughter downstairs. I'm like, listen, did you or did you not ask me to tell him to stop giving you the baby all the time? And she was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, why can't you just come to me and tell me? You could tell me anything. I said, oh, don't question my motherfucking child. She said, yeah. Then we're going to leave it at that. She said, yeah. You're not about to step in for her no awkward ass situation. He started saying some old fly shit and some yeah, and that's it. Matter of fact, I'm lying. That's the weed. That's not how it happened. All right, so when I called her downstairs, All right, so when I called her downstairs, I'm like, did you or did you not tell me blase blase? Him leaving you with the baby and stuff like that. She like, yeah. That's when he was like, so why you ain't say nothing to me? And he didn't say it defensive enough. He was like, so I ain't say nothing to me. You could have just told me, da 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 da. And like before he didn't even he asking her the questions, but before he can even allow her to reply, he was just like, yeah, and you can come to me and tell me anything, like, and that's it, and it's my period, and that's all that need to be said. hold up. You're not about to sit here and ask my daughter 1,000 questions. Don't even give her a chance to respond. Who are you? So me and him go back and forth a little bit. Then he walk out the door. Said, bitch, fucking bitch. Oh, you got me fucked up. One thing about me, I'm not the first one to go below the belt. But once you go underneath there, we might as well play limbo. We might as well play limbo. And I really don't like playing limbo. I really don't like having to go to my fucking lowest. I really don't. But sometimes, like this time, and I could have went worse, but I really didn't want to do that for them kids. And I was so disappointed in myself that I even got to the fucking point I got to. I'm so disappointed in myself. So after he called me a bitch, I'm like, I said, you're a bum. He came back in, mind you. He lost his job. I'm working. He was used to paying everything. So now he in the fucking defense mode. When I say he ran up to me, mind you, my fucking living room door and my steps is not even far from each other. When I see he looked like he just flashed right into my motherfucking face. Fuck you say, and I said it again. You called me a bitch. I called you a bum. Like he start, my daughter like, yo, get out of my face. So I think he backed up. I wound up going in the kitchen. I start, that was not the first fight. That was the first argument. Yeah, it was, because that's what led up to the first fight. Because then we got into the first fight the next morning. So this is when I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm going to finish telling y'all tomorrow. I'm going to have to rewatch this video because I'm tired. I'm going to have to rewatch this video and finish telling y'all what the fuck happened because I'm tired. But it's so fucking much, yo, I've been through. I'm going to tell y'all. Good night. Bye.